voice like rain on an old tin roof brings stories alive with a soothing truth. In pages he weaves a world so light, the stars lean close to kiss the night. His voice lulls hearts in restless mind, lost in tales where dreams unwind. The book feather reads as shadows rise. His words are calm as lullabies. So turn the page and close your eyes. Float where the quiet whispers lie. Across the oceans the story's tide. Relax and let the world subside. A thousand accents the moonlight bends, in words no borders, no distance ends. Worlds collide in his gentle tone. A whisper makes you feel at home. Each line he shares feels like coming back to a hearth of words in the silent black. From novels deep to poems that sway, he reads the night into the day. So turn the page and close your eyes. Float where the quiet whispers lie. Across the oceans the story's tide. Relax and let the world subside. A thousand accents the moonlight bends, in words no borders, no distance ends. Across the oceans the story's tide. Relax and let the world subside. A voice like rain on an old tin roof brings stories alive with a soothing truth. In pages he weaves a world so light, the stars lean close to kiss the night. His voice lulls hearts in restless mind, lost in tales where dreams unwind. The book feather reads as shadows rise. His words are calm as lullabies. So turn the page and close your eyes. Float where the quiet whispers lie. Across the oceans the story's tide. Relax and let the world subside. A thousand accents the moonlight bends, in words no borders, no distance ends. Worlds collide in his gentle tone. A whisper makes you feel at home. Each line he shares feels like coming back to a hearth of words in the silent black. From novels deep to poems that sway, he reads the night into the moonlight bends. In words, no borders, no distance ends. Across the oceans, the story's tide. Relax and let the world subside.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Giggity. All right.
Seems quiet. Too quiet.
I'm Batman. Gotham is never safe without me. What time is it? It's 7 o'clock. Okay, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can attach towers? Shut up. Impromptu performance this evening, which I must say was indeed a welcome distraction. Thank you, Mr. Holmes. You're very kind. This is going to be funny. Good evening. Welcome to Sunday. What's happening? It's wonderful to see you. Shorty, good job on claiming that first place spot. I'm so proud. Now I can see. Stay there. Oh, man. Boy, it's been a weekend. Well, let me tell you. I am quite literally really tired. So let me give you the rundown of how the weekend has gone, okay? Friday after work, I began putting the fire pit that I'm building together. Now this is a 12 by 12 area, 144 square feet, and I want to say 24 cubic feet, if I remember correctly. Doesn't matter, it's 12 by 12. So that means 48 bags of leveling sand, at the time 24 bags of pea gravel, and then 24 paver stones. And these stones were like, or these pavers were like 2 inches thick. They're 16 inches one way, or no, 18 inches one way, and then 15 and a half another. So they're rectangles, but they're really freaking heavy. And so basically from Friday afternoon to Saturday afternoon, I pretty much put the fire pit together. I had a little help at one point or another, just to, have someone pitch in. But for those of you that know about my heart condition, you can see where this story is going. Last night, or I guess technically this morning, well, backtrack. By 11 o'clock, I was lights out, trying to hit the pillow, go to sleep. See you later. Only to find myself by 2 a.m. putting clothes on, getting in an Uber, and taking my butt to the emergency room just to get checked out because my heart was all like fluttery and not being calm. And I was having a lot of chest pain. And I was like, man, is this just coincidental, or is it because I just busted my butt putting this fire pit together? Hi, Kay. Lovely to see you. And so I don't know what it was. I mean, they checked everything over. Everything seems fine. Stop mama's mama. All my test results seem fine. I did learn today, though, like 2 hours ago, that one of the I only had one. The EKG I had done was looked at by a doctor, and it is abnormal compared to other ones I've had in the past. So I've sent a message in to my cardiology team just saying, hey, is this something we need to look at? Blah, blah, blah. Because I have a heart history. So for those of you that don't know, and I'm very open about this, I have what's called cardiomyopathy. It's genetic. It's not something I can just get rid of through medication or lifestyle or whatever. It's just I was lucky to even find it, to be honest, because most people, or not most people, but there are quite a few people that don't know they have it, and then they just dead. So I was very fortunate to find out. So I've been dealing with that since, how old was I? Well, for the past 15 years, I guess, give or take. I mean, it was there my whole life. I just had no idea. So yeah, so I'm keeping an eye on that. But I didn't get home and back to bed until probably 4:30, 5 a.m. So obviously I slept longer than usual, but I couldn't stay in bed all day. So I am just a wee bit tired. Just a wee bit. But it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna have a great time. Okay. I don't know why I just went into this kind of accent. Oh, and in honor, so switching gears, in honor of our new vampire book that we are starting today, I have picked the perfect puzzle for you. Take care of yourself as always. I am trying. I really am. I left the emergency room having talked with the doctor quite a bit, with him saying, everything looks okay. No idea why you're experiencing what you are, but there's nothing here that's telling us that, you're going to have a problem. To then finding out that my EKG actually is, or was, not my typical EKG, so not sure what that's going to mean. It could have been a fluke, could mean nothing. EKGs are just a snapshot. It's like thinking about the 24 hours in your day and someone takes a picture with their phone, and then you're using that one image from a 10-second moment to help figure out the whole 24 hours. It's a very, very small piece of the whole pie. So, but still, it did show that something was off, I guess you could say. But anyway, enough about that. I am very excited to get into this book tonight. That's what the cardiologist tells me too. We don't know why, but here's more meds. Well, I'm going to wait and find out what my cardiologist... I am actually meeting with them later in August, but who knows? Maybe this will push up the timeline and I'll meet with them sooner. Difficult to say. Not sure. And yes, this puzzle, I typed in vampire to see what results I would get, and this was literally the only one. So I was like, okay, it's got to be it. It's like it was a sign. Absolutely delicious. Splendid. All right, so to help me feel like I'm pumped up, because I haven't moved much today, we are going to do 2 wheel spins. And then I'm going to read the back of the book to you, and then we're going to get right into it. You think the Scottish accent suits me better? Oh, all right then.
Hammer curls x10.
Hammer curls times 10 for the first set. Let's see what we have to do next.
Weighted squats x5.
Weighted squats times 5. Okay, let's do it. Nailed it. There we go. Nothing like a good blood pump. Which is ironic since, you know, cardiomyopathy. Anyway, yes. So, just gonna do a quick shout out to Shorty. I forgot to do this last stream, so I want to do it right now because Shorty's just a fun person to hang out with in stream. Let's see what clip we get. It's my pleasure.
All right, anyway, one more thing.
Why is that so small?
One more thing. All right,
That's not much bigger. That was slightly scary, but glad to see you doing it. Wait, can't. There we go. I don't know why. Why is it on this scene that my camera feels like it's so... like... I feel like I'm chopping myself off or something. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Let me just check the settings here real quick. Let me just make sure. Yeah, no, it's the same as... I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Darmadom. Hello. Welcome in. What are we up to? Well, I'll show you. We are about to get into a brand new book. Our short friend Shorty, poor Shorty, she's fine. All right, before we start the marble lap races, the Grand Prix, I am, just as I always do when we start a brand new book, I'm going to read the back cover to you just so we can give ourselves a quick refresher on what it is we're diving into. And so for the new faces in here that I haven't had a chance to explain this to, I typically, 99% of the time when I'm reading books, I am reading books by other living authors that have given me permission. This is no different. The difference is, though, I don't know what we're going to read. In other words, I don't read ahead. So everything that you are hearing for the first time, I am reading for the first time. So my reactions could be the same or slightly different from yours, but whatever those reactions are, they are authentic. I'm not, pretending like I didn't know something was going to happen. Like, oh no, gosh, oh, surprise, shock, none of that. So yeah, the only thing I've read is the back cover. Haven't flipped into any pages yet. Have not creased the book. So, without further ado, I'm going to read the back, and then we'll get to it. So, the back, as a reminder, says this. Tegan's a vampire on the run. With new cities and aliases, she spent most of her life hiding from her past and the vampire relentlessly hunting her, wanting to make her pay. Wyatt's devoted his life to running an ER and saving people, but he's battling his own demons, the nightmares that remind him of his worst failure. When Wyatt's captured while saving Tegan, his human blinders are shattered by the supernatural reality surrounding him. Tegan struggles to trust another, a foreign concept to her, and they both realize there are even worse things to be afraid of. Can they work together to overcome their pasts and find a future together? Will they allow their growing attraction to strengthen them, or will they fight it and let it destroy them both? Dun dun dun. So as a quick reminder, this is book 1 of a 2-book series. And this is absolutely an 18-plus story because of the sexual content. Okay. Without further ado, let's get our marble races going. And I'm going to post for you. Okay, good, it worked. That is the link for this book if you wish to check it out, and any other works written by our author. She's going to try and be here tonight. Well, hold on a second. Yeah, she's going to attempt to be here tonight, but there's no for sure guarantee. She's more likely to join us on Tuesday. So, we shall see. All right. 90 seconds on the clock, exclamation point play to hop in the races. That's all you have to do. The game will do the rest. The game will play with your ball as it means to. All right, I'm cracking open the book for the first time. Let's do it together. Oh, yeah. Evolving Hope, Love Revamped, Book 1 by Callie O'Connor. We've got an acknowledgements page with a dedication. There's a content note along with the warnings list. Thumbirds, hello. Looks like we've got a little glossary here as well. So there's an ambassador, glamour, and Vanamish settles into comfy chair. Yes. You settle into that chair. Let's see. Ambassador, a sector of the Vanamish. I'm probably saying that wrong. That works to keep Vanamishk. I wonder if it's Vanamisk. Activity and news out of human knowledge. They are trained and excel at glamoring and mind manipulation of humans. So the glamour part, blurring, altering, and manipulating minds, memories, thoughts. Vanamisk can't perform this on their own kind, but it works with human minds. And then Vanamisk itself, a species similar to vampires, originated from experiments done to an anemic patient in Germany in the 1920s. That would explain the Ishq kind of looking part to it all. And then it looks like we've got contents. So chapters wise, it goes to chapter 23, and then there's an epilogue, a thank you, and about the author as well, which is, of course, at the back. Okay. So, chapter 1, shockingly enough, starts us out on page 1. Would you believe it? I know. I didn't expect it either. Oops. I almost put something in my tea that did not need to be there. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening in and supporting our newest author, Kelly. And of course, for helping to support me as well. I appreciate that. Without further ado, it's time for a new book. Chapter 1 is simply titled Tegan. I'm breaking my own rules by even being here. My back goes rigid as I scan the street over her shoulder, but there's no sign of him. She tightens her arms around my neck, refusing to separate from me. Alina, I can't breathe, I half joke, while attempting to gain some space in her death grip. My face is smooshed against her enormous chest, and she's choking me with her flowery perfume. I wasn't sure when I'd see you again. I can't believe you could make the trip back for this. Her vice around my neck loosens a fraction, but she doesn't release me from the hug. I manage to pry her arms free and step back to take a full breath. I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure I'd be able to make it back to Arizona in time. But I'm so psyched you passed your bar exam and had to make it here to celebrate with you. I beam up at her and give her shoulders a squeeze. She's worked so hard for this. I'm just so proud of you. She grins and does a solo dance. Thanks, Issy. We link arms and stroll from the parking lot. The rickety wheels on my barely functioning suitcase keep snagging on the sidewalk. My jaw clenches and I jostle its stuck wheel free every few feet as we make our way toward the bus station. We shuffle around, bustling people, and head for the ticket booth. It's not overly crowded, but a couple of buses are loading and humans scramble around in all directions. Tingles race up my neck, and my gaze darts around, trying to take in everything and everyone. I'm probably fine. I haven't been here long. Nothing has seemed out of the ordinary since I've gotten here. Still, I need to snag a one-way ticket ASAP. I wish I could stay. Alina's the closest thing to a best friend I've ever had. Ever allowed myself to have. I keep people at a distance, move on before things get too real, or more accurately, before they learn too much about me. Since I ran away at 16, I've only spent 4 months max in one city, but I stayed close to 9 months here in Phoenix because of Alina, and I came back here because of her. And I'm here, lying to her left and right. My chin dips and my throat burns. I side-eye her sheepishly as we move up in the line, waiting for the ticketing machine. It helps that she isn't human, so I don't have to hide everything. But did I let my guard down too much? It was too risky to stay in one place that long. It's no wonder he found me. And now, only a month later, I'm back. Never returned to places he's already found me in. but I did for her. Why am I breaking my rules now? Alina shifts from foot to foot. I know better than to ask a lot of questions, but something's been nagging at me since you left. My chin lifts and eyes narrow. This isn't good. Okay. My stomach's in knots. I stayed here longer because I can trust her. I can trust her, right? Did you leave because of the guy going around asking about you? My body stiffens, warmth shooting up to my head. I feel faint. I scan the surrounding street, taking in all the people, ears, examining everything. My chest tightens and I can't even look back at her until I know I'm safe. Finally, I let out the huge breath I was holding and turned back to Alina. There was a guy asking about me? My voice comes out strained through my dry mouth. What did he want? He wanted purple. Hi, Purple. Stepmama's mama taking the first race. Well done. She's got skills, they're multiplying. Join. 90 seconds on the clock. How are you? I am tired, but I'm doing okay. At least now. It's good to see you, Purple. Just started our brand new book. We're only a couple of pages in. Her features soften, and she leans closer to rest a supportive hand on my arm. Yeah, the day you left. I didn't mention it then because you were already gone, and I had no way of getting hold of you. Her brows furrow. So, was he why you left? I packed and left the city within hours of seeing Patrick, only putting a note under Alina's windshield wiper saying, "Sorry, I had to leave unexpectedly. I'll be in touch. Love you, Issy." I wrap my arms tightly around my torso. Yeah, he's why I always leave. I swallow to push down all the emotions springing forward. I never talk about it with anyone. That's what's kept them and me safe all this time. But it's not working. No matter where I move or what I change my name to, he still finds me. Still questions my friends. But she's an actual friend. The only one I've ever had. And what did I do? I come back not a month later, dragging my shitty baggage along with me, putting myself and her at risk. She's the only person I've ever even remotely cared about. What the fuck was I thinking? My shoulders round toward my ears. I won't keep lying to her. For once, I'll be as honest as I can be. She deserves it. And I'm just tired of running and constantly lying. Tired of my life in general. I need something to be real, even if it's just one long-distance friendship. Bad breakup? Hit it and quit it style? She winks, trying to make light of the situation. She's always cracking jokes, but this one doesn't land right. There's something off about her demeanor, almost like bitterness. The line moves forward again, and I'm next. Judging by the terminal's clock, the bus will depart soon, but I still have a few minutes. I sigh. More of a family matter. Family? She scoffs. He looked nothing like you. I'm up to the ticketing machine, but pause, frowning. What do you mean? I'm not an exact replica of Patrick, but we share enough similarities that she shouldn't sneer. I mean, I don't think there's any way you two are related. She chuckles at the thought, but it tapers off in awkward silence. What did he want? My voice is barely a whisper. Patrick's bad enough, but did he hire someone else to follow me again? He asked what your name was, where you went off to, and how I knew you. Thornbirds, you got your first win. Well done. And I am obviously going to need to keep close tabs on my tea. It's just so good. Emerald Downs is the next one. Ba, ba, ba. 90 seconds. You know what to do. The lid back on that. My hand trembles as I select my route and bus transfers. What did you tell him? Well, that was the weirder part. She steps closer to me, her voice dropping even lower. I think he was trying to glamour me, but it obviously doesn't work on our kind. He was intimidating, though, so I pretended it worked. I told him your name was Bella, that I knew you from school, and that you'd gone off to California for an internship. Part of which was a stretch of the truth, in case he followed up on it. I just hope you aren't actually in California, because I winged that part. She bites her cheek and fiddles with her bag, avoiding my eyes. I breathe a sigh of relief. Of course she'd cover for me. That further settles it. If I'm ever going to take a chance on fully trusting anyone, it's going to be her. I elbow her and nod towards the screen before I click submit, allowing her to see the ticket to Chicago. Is the music? No. It always stops on this one song. I'm going to have to get rid of it. Remove. It's weird. It plays that track, and instead of just continuing to the next one, it says, you know what? I'm done. So fine. I will delete you. That's how you want to play? Nope. Not California this time. I click print and collect the tickets, then walk with her back towards the street where the buses are lining up. He had to have known we're Vanamisk. Why would he try to mess with your memories? I have no idea. It said no thank you. It's like, yes, you've heard the best song, now be done. And I replied with, have I though? Zarias, what's up, dude? You're gonna love this puzzle. Well, we're reading a vampire book. So therefore, vampire puzzle. I have no idea. I've never heard of that working on our kind before. But I thought it better to play dumb. He was a scary man. Renato. Redeeming the book bonk. Okay. At least this one's softer than the last one. You're here for the caliente. Ow. Mom. Might have gone a little too hard on that one. Yeah, Thomber, that's pretty much it. I'm fine. Okay. Where was I? My skin itches and my nerves are on edge. If it's more than Patrick, I don't even know who I'm looking for. It could be anyone, or multiple people. My chest hurts from the constricting pressure. I need to leave. But I need to know who's looking for me too. My lungs burn like they aren't getting enough air, and I exhale. Oh, what did he look like? He looked like Mama House Gaming when the race would. Everybody's getting a little piece of the winning action this evening so far. Love it. Love it. Apparently I completed a challenge of some kind. Yeah, it's nice. Look, I had no control over me winning as many races as I did last time. It's not my fault. Tall, dark, and handsome, she giggles. She's always going after the emotionally unattainable bad boys. But seriously, those all apply. My eyes go wide. Wait, you thought he was tall? Exactly, she nods enthusiastically. I'm 6'1", and he was easily 8 inches taller than me, which never happens. I jab my elbow playfully into her side. No wonder you thought he was handsome. She's always complaining about trying to find a man taller than her and not having enough options. She needs to go date a basketball player, apparently. But anyway, you're not wrong. He also had a dark complexion, which, you know, I'm a sucker for. She bats her eyelashes. He had buzzed black hair and a massive beard to the middle of his chest. He doesn't sound familiar at all. And that's not the kind of person you'd easily forget. He must have been hired to hunt me down. I glance at the end of the line of buses as my numbered bus comes to a screeching stop. Her chin dips and her shoulders scrunch up. And you can't tell me who would hire someone like him or why they're on the run. Her head cocks to the side, eyes narrowing. Can you? I glance around at the people loading and unloading different buses and silently shake my head no. I will not keep lying to her, but I can't delve into all my shit out in the open like this. Is Sissy even your real name? My stomach spasms painfully. Again, I silently shake no. I'm such a piece of shit. Okay. She nods, her shoulders rounding and her mouth twisting. My gut twists further. I'm the worst fucking person, but I will work at being a better friend to her. Still probably not what she deserves, but the best that I can offer. I take one of her hands between both of mine. I'm still the same person. I just can't get into it all right now. I'm trying to protect us both. I understand. I never wanted to pressure you. I guess I'm just wondering what all is real and what isn't. There's a sheen in her eyes and my heart breaks. Our friendship and everything I've told you except for my name and family stuff is all 100% real. Pleading with my eyes for her to believe me. She nods, biting her bottom lip. I get it. Or I can try to. You're just the only best friend I've ever had. And I want that to be real. The glossiness in her eyes is increasing. She looks away. I wrap my arms around her back and pull her into a tight hug. She only hesitates a moment before returning the embrace. I can't turn the page. It's okay, I'll figure it out now. Too soon, we release each other, both dabbing at our wet eyes. You're the only best friend I've ever had, too. I shouldn't be back here at all, but I wanted to celebrate with you. Her voice lowers, thick with emotion. Are you safe? The banging of people loading luggage onto the bus has me inching in that direction. Probably not, I laugh humorously. Humorlessly, not humorously. That's why I move around so much. When can I see you again? I can't risk coming here again so soon, especially if he hired people to ask around about me. But you could come visit me sometime. I flash the destination of my ticket her way again. I can for sure do that. How will I find you there? Here. I rip my ticket receipt in half and grab a pen from my bag to jot down a phone number. It's a burner phone. I trashed the last one when I moved. Text it once, I'm on the bus, and I'll respond with my alias. Okay. She slides the paper into the pocket of her jeans. I lift my luggage case and head toward the bus loading area. Tears trickle down her face. I'm really gonna miss you. You were barely here. I don't want you to leave. I miss you already. I wish I could have stayed longer. We didn't get to talk or catch up much. Hell, I don't even know if there's a new guy in your life. I wish. She flips her long blonde hair over her shoulder. There's nothing to write home about. I'm sure someone will snag your fancy sooner or later. Yeah. She sounds like she doesn't believe it. The bus sounds its warning horn before I can question her further about it. I've got to go. I lean in for a quick last hug. I'm so proud of you and what you've accomplished, and I'll miss you like crazy. Purple taking a win. Wow, we're just passing around the marble wins tonight, it seems. Angelic. Hello. Meowdy. Let's see who wins this one. How are you today?
Hi, Cat here. I'm just gonna sit in my box and watch the stream, if that's okay.
That is wonderful, Cat. I am doing pretty well, Angelic. I'm tired. My eyes are struggling to stay focused on the lines, but I am very excited at the same time to get into our new book, so I am doing my best. Oh yeah. And of course, I had to remove my thumb, and now I've lost my place. Wait, nope, I found it. And I'll miss you like crazy. Thanks, Issy. She grimaces, but quickly covers it with a soft smile. Bye, Alina. Text me. I will. Right as the bus pulls away, and you better be prepared. I'm coming to stay with you for at least a month. She sticks her tongue out at me. I climb the steps and return the tongue gesture. Promise? A wide smile spreads across my face. Absolutely. She waves by. The air conditioning gushes, whipping my hair about, and I waddle with my luggage down the tiny bus aisle, stopping near the middle. I shove my case into a huge metal rack and look over all the people already seated on the bus. Patrick isn't one of them, nor is there a guy matching the description Alina gave. My shoulders relax slightly, and I sit in the seats directly behind the luggage rack, sliding into the window seat so I can scan the surrounding area again, just to be certain. Chucking off my book bag into the seat next to mine. There's nothing abnormal. Just breathe. Not a moment after the bus pulls away from the curb, my phone buzzes in my book bag. I retrieve it out of the front pocket and see a text from an unknown number. Alina. Sup? Guessing the new title? Any of the following? Witchy bitch? Cunt waffle? Kegel queen? Or is it Deborah? But sounds like zebra. Kegel queen. That's funny. Cunt waffle is also a pretty good one. Oh gosh. Loving the word, right? No kidding. I chuckle at our inside jokes. Tegan. Aw, man, I should have consulted you for these awesome suggestions before choosing. For the record, my real name is Tegan, but when you visit, I'll be going by Isabella. Alina. Thank you for trusting me, T. Can't wait to see you again. Keep in touch, okay? You're not feeling well, have to go? Oh, I'm sorry, Kay. I hope you get to feeling better. Feel free to reach out anytime. Get well soon. Tegan. I'll text as often as I can. Alina. Me too. Stay safe. Well, oh, I won one. Wow, everyone's just getting wins. Macro Mars, hello. Welcome in. We are... Oh, helps if I get this thing going. We are almost done with page 7. Not sure how long the chapter goes for. I didn't actually look. Looks like it goes on to page 10. So we're getting close to being done with the first chapter. But welcome in. Lovely to see you. I settle back into the seat, a small smile spreading across my face. I can't recall the last time I told someone my real name. It feels so fucking good. I've moved so frequently and trusted no one enough, but I'm allowing myself to try with her. Butterflies take flight in my stomach, a mix of nerves and exhilaration colliding. The rest of the ride is uneventful. I still tensed and got paranoid at every stop, but after a few hours, I was able to relax and sleep some or pass the time by reading. Amlas! Woohoo, new book! That's right. You know it. Almost 2 full days on different greyhounds. And I'm going a bit stir crazy though. My whole body's stiff and sore, and I want nothing more than to pass out on my own mattress. It's been raining on and off for the past 3 hours, and my head keeps dropping forward, startling me awake. I blink harder and shake my head, fighting the allure of the glaring wet pavement, the growing darkness wanting to coax me back under. The highway sign for Chicago perks me up. Finally. Sitting up straighter, I stretch, cracking my back and neck. Oh, just like that. My excitement grows, waking me up further as we approach the bridge to exit. I stand and lean partly into the aisle, unhooking the strap that's securing the luggage and pulling my case free. A thunderous screech rattles the bus, and I pause with the strap's carabiner still in hand. People startle, looking around. The horns blare from nearby vehicles. Tires squeal, metal crunches. The bus brakes hard. Everyone lurches forward as the Greyhound comes to a harsh stop, slamming me up against the bar, caging all the bags. Well, it is Chicago. That sounds about right. Fuck! I cry and hunch over, gulping in air as pain radiates through my side. Multiple suitcases tumble out onto the floor and down the aisle. Damn it! With a hand pressed firmly to my side, I reach for the rolling cases, trying to contain the mess I created. Grunting, I awkwardly lean to retrieve a heavier bag, but then people in the back start screaming and crying. Forgetting the bag, I straighten and turn towards them as something crashes into us. The force from the hit pushes me forward, and I frantically grab the closest seat back to keep myself upright. I look back just in time to see the semi-truck that hit us smash through the barricaded wall of the bridge, the momentum causing a huge section of the bridge to break and crumble out of sight. My jaw drops open. The bridge shudders and groans, the crater growing and swallowing the semi-truck whole. I drop into an empty seat and buckle my seatbelt, so at least I'm not a rag doll being thrown about. The bridge rumbles as more of it collapses, consuming vehicles left and right. There's nowhere for our bus to go with the congestion of cars stopped at the bridge, and it starts to slide backward into the growing hole. I take a deep breath. Many of these humans won't survive this. I'm not too worried about my safety. I'll live through this, but it's gonna hurt like a bitch. It feels like slow motion, waiting for the inevitable. The worst fucking roller coaster ride of my life. My breath catches and holds, anticipating the landing. Port hole. Moist. Are you saying that you have a moist porthole? Because that could be, well, interesting, I guess is a word. We smash down on the tail end of the bus. I'm thrown to the side, banging my head against a window. The pain barely registering before a bar breaks loose and rams through my thigh. Ouch. Oh, Angelic's won. Man, everyone's getting a piece of this Grand Prix. I have no idea how this is going to shape out. Quite curious, though. Quite curious indeed. 90 seconds on the clock. Exclamation point play to get a marble in the race. Firebeeve, what's up, sir? It's good to see you. I hiss out and clamp my mouth shut. A searing sting races through my body, stealing all my breath. I grind my teeth while fighting the growing nausea, sucking tiny puffs of air in through my nose. The pounding agony in my head matching the beat pulsing through my abused thigh. Ouch. Things start to settle, but all I can focus on is the tingling sensation in my gums intensifying by the second. All I can smell is the sweet allure of blood in the air, spiking my thirst by the minute. My battered body homing in on what it needs, but I can't satisfy that right now. I squeeze my eyes closed and take some calming breaths through my mouth, controlling my urges. I need off this bus before I lose my control. When I glance around, most of the windows are busted out, and the back 2 rows are crushed. I quickly avert my eyes from a person trapped under one of the smashed seats. Wiping the dripping blood away from my eyes, I look down at my thigh and the bar protruding through it. I've watched one too many medical shows that I know not to remove it right now. I look over at the busted out window next to me. The back doors are so crunched they won't open, and the front door is pointing straight up in the air. The window is the best alternative. My head's swimming, and I feel like I'm gonna be sick, but I need to get off this fucking death trap. After unlatching my seatbelt, I use the headrest next to me to pull myself upright and wobble unsteadily to the window. I pull my hoodie off and throw it on the window frame so I can climb over the glass. More vehicles to continue to crash and rain around us. The cries and screams of people making my ears ring so fiercely. But all the sounds somehow blend into an echo. My triceps strain as I avoid putting weight on my injured leg and push myself up with only my arms. I shimmy through the window, planning to straddle it before jumping down. This will fucking hurt like hell, but I don't have a choice. I'm about to pull my messed up leg through when a whooshing sound makes me glance up. I gasp. Another car is falling from the gaping hole in the bridge. There isn't a chance to move in or out of the window as the car crashes into the bus, rocking and spinning the entire structure. I'm jostled within the sharp confines of the broken window, pain shooting everywhere. The bus topples over, setting precariously on its roof. My body aching in more ways than I can count. There's so much screaming, but it's getting more distant, almost foggy, as everything goes black. And that, folks, is the end of a pretty nasty chapter 1. And just in time, too, because the ads are about to start, so I'm going to run those, get them out of the way, and then we'll reconvene. Which also means I get to drink tea. Yep. Okay. Thunbirds winging? Wow. Words are not going to be my strong suit tonight. Winning another one. Well done. Okay. About a minute or so to go. Woods are hard. Yeah, they are when you haven't slept much. Huh? I did manage to shave though. I just shave down to a 1 guard. I never go completely babyface because that just doesn't suit me. I'm not really a full beard kind of guy, but I'm also not a smooth shaved kind of guy either. It's just Gamba, baby. Fubar, what's up? Good to see you. How you doing? We got a 20-ish seconds left. Purple says, Fubi!
Booby.
Okay. Alrighty, ads are done. So let's go over chapter 1 real quick. So we've met Tegan, who is the main character. Or at least one of the main characters. And she's basically broken her own rules of never coming back to a place she's been to, and certainly not staying in that place for too long, which she has broken both of those rules. She stayed for 9 months instead of 4, and she was only gone a month and she came back, all because of her friend, which I'm just gonna guess they're gonna turn into lovers at some point, but I don't know. I'm assuming she's also gonna get some mad love from this Wyatt guy. Hard to say yet. Or should I say, difficult to say yet. But with her being in the same place for too long, somebody was starting to ask around. But I guess the thing we don't know yet is, how do they figure out that she is where she is? Like, does she emit some sort of signal, given the kind of person that she is, not being human? I don't know. We had a tornado here yesterday. No major damage, only to farmers' crops. Jeez. I'm glad you're okay, Beeve. That stinks. That is not good. Enjoy your lurk, cat. Meow.
Yes.
Yes.
One more. Come on, baby.
Well, the clip cut out. Did you get the one more or not? We may not know. Can you guys believe it's Monday tomorrow? What's up with that? It's not fair. But I do have myself scheduled for a massage, which after this weekend is gonna feel pretty frickin' amazing. So, why do the weekends go by so fast? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I'm still on summer vacation till September 2nd. Ooh. Is that because you work in the school system? Fubar, thank you for the lurk. Yep. Okay, I had a feeling, because there's not many people that get that much time off. Not on purpose, anyway. This week is going to be a lot of work. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. I have Apparently a frog in my throat is what I have, but I have a few calls spread out throughout the day. The last one ending at about 4 o'clock, and then I'm hitting the road. Get my back work done. All right. Is everyone enjoying the story so far? We're changing paces with chapter 2. Instead of looking at everything from Tegan's perspective, we are switching to Wyatt. He's the emergency department doctor. All right, chapter 2, page 11 in the printed copy. Here we go. Pacing the 3 feet the court allows me while waiting for someone from the ICU to pick up the damn phone, I huff out of breath, my fingers flexing around the plastic handline. Hello, this is Helen in intensive care. How can I help you? She comes off so cold when you first meet her, but she's worked at this hospital longer than anyone. She deserves all this respect. She deserves all the respect she demands. I've known her since my residency here. She reminds me of my grandma, who would always give a big hug and warm cookies waiting for me. Or always have a big hug and warm cookies waiting for me. Hey, Helen, it's Wyatt from the ER. I point to 2 residents rounding the corner towards the front desk and wave them over, giving them a wait 1 minute gesture while I finish my phone conversation. I'm rebuilding the RV's bathroom and got a couple projects. A lot of new games coming out, so new updates. Yeah, okay. Quite the mix of the work hard, play hard going there. Not a bad thing. Oh, Wyatt, sweetie, how's it going down there? Her tone immediately shifts to affection. I can't help but smile. Pretty frantic, to be honest. I'm calling for some help. Firebeave won the race. Well done, sir. Oh my goodness. She deserves a big fat apple pie. Why you no give? Because I don't have any apple pie to give. Sorry. There was a partial bridge collapse and a multi-car wreck with multiple casualties and injuries. They're requesting help from the 3 closest hospitals with assistance on scene. I'm going along with 2 ER residents. I point between Nate and Courtney, now standing in front of me. And I was really hoping you could spare some people too. Oh, how awful. Yes, we can manage with short numbers tonight. I'll send down 2 technicians now. Can we get a shout out for Fubar, please? He just went live. He was in here before. He's lurking, I believe. Just in case you want to go check him out, man. Okay. Thank ya. Thank you for doing that. Well, that's an accent. I know. Bloody unbelievable. Where's the clip? There it is.
Buy me nothing. If you buy me something, I will end this stream right now.
Yeah. Grr. Thanks so much, Helen. I owe you coffee sometime. Tell them to meet me at the front desk of the ER as soon as possible. There's a scuffling noise, and I faintly hear her call out a muffled, Lana, Mateo. I went on a date with Lana once. She's part Korean and cute. But we both quickly realized that besides the hospital, we don't have much in common. We still get along well, but agreed a second date wasn't necessary. She's good under pressure and will be a great asset on site. Another shuffle as Helen turns back to the phone. I'm going to hold you to that, she chuckles softly. They'll be down shortly. Take care, honey. Will do. Thank you, Helen. I'll talk to you later. I hang up and turn toward Nate and Courtney. Nate's nerdy, scrawny, and shy, but he knows his stuff and doesn't hold back from sharing his thoughts. He's one of those people that if he has something to say, you want to hear it because it'll be important. Pushing the thick frames of my glasses back up my nose, I instruct them further. They need us on site ASAP. Courtney sways from foot to foot, fiddling with her name badge, her dark eyes never drifting from me. Once Lana and Mateo join us from the ICU, we're heading out. I need you both to grab enough supplies for the 5 of us. We each need triage tags, as well as anything that can help stomach wounds and stabilize patients, and some pain meds. Beeve coming in again. Gonna lurk, need to hop in the shower. Been cooking and rebuilding an engine on a mini ATV. Oh, well, yeah, I imagine you probably really do need that shower. And some food. Perhaps a good drink. Maybe not all 3 at once. Thank you, Purple. I noticed she just went live as well.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do!
I remember that moment. I was there! Oh my gosh. You got it. Nate turns away. Courtney nods and follows him to the stockroom. She's our latest hire, and while remarkably smart with a great bedside manner, she's frozen in some higher pressured situations. It's an issue that's come up on a few different shifts. It's always different learning about things and then living through it. Being the lead down here, I've seen it countless times with different residents. And it will either make them or break them. Force a hydrate, you know, that's not such a bad idea. Thanks. It's so tasty. I also figured since we're dealing with vampires that this black shirt, you know, it felt like the appropriate fit. So demure. Right, where was I? Oh yeah, make them or break them. The stress of tonight will test her, for sure, but it's part of the job. This evening will be a defining moment for her and her career. That's so book talkish. Why, thank you. I think. In your basement? Wait, what is that supposed to mean, ma'am? We're reading about vampires, so I thought I'd wear black. Did I miss something? The camera is a bit... It's very touchy. There we go. You asked where you were... Oh, okay. Hardy har har har. She's got jokes, folks. I'm tired, okay? I only have about 4 or 5 hours of sleep in me. That's after being poked and prodded at the ER. So, give a guy a break. What I was about to say was, there's a break in the story. Very nice looking break in the story. It's all swirly and fancy. Here we go. The 5 of us cram into the back of an ambulance, making our way to the scene. Lana's sitting across from me and brushes back her brown bangs while poking around in the bag of emergency supplies. Stunt mama.
Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper.
What are you doing here? I thought you were on vacation. Shouldn't you be off gallivanting? Did I miss the spicy stuff? Yes, actually, the first 12 pages were all everything spice. Now we're into the not spice. We don't leave till midweek? Oh, okay. Well, welcome. It is wonderful to see you. Why do I not believe you? Because no one in the right mind would make the first 12 pages. Well, I shouldn't say that. In this type of story, no one's going to make the first 12 pages 100% spice. Okay? That's why. There are other books that, yes, they would. Anyway, it's good to see you, Stunt. I lost my spot on the page again. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Oh, wait, here we go. I found it. Mateo is a good work friend. One I don't see nearly as often as I'd like to. And his expertise at the hospital makes him a great aid tonight. I lucked out with him working this shift. Nate and Courtney are sitting next to me, taking everything in with a quiet but keen interest. Nate looks ready to jump into action, while Courtney anxiously picks at her cuticles. I pass a set of triage tags to each of them. Mateo places it in his lap while he resecures his hair into a short ponytail. Flipping through the booklet, I explain the different options. These are fairly straightforward. We're going to tag every person to let new arrivals on the scene know where help is needed immediately and what can wait. We need to assess people quickly but effectively. It saves time and lives. I turn more toward Courtney and Nate to show the different colors since neither has done this before. Green is for minor injuries. Yellow is for the stable for now and delayed treatment. Red is for immediate, which is critical and life-threatening. And black is for the deceased or unsavable. Thomber taking in another win. This is crazy. What are you doing, man? Let's find out if we can hold it together with the paperclip. That's a bad paperclip joke. I know we want to save everyone, but we need to be realistic about what we're going into. I haven't gotten all the details, but our goal is to tag as many people as we can since we'll be some of the first on the site. Then we'll shift our focus to stabilizing red tagged patients to help them make it to the hospital. Leave the yellow, black, and green tags for later groups. Understood? Use AI for good, not for bad. Correct. Mateo and Lana nod instantly. I look at Nate, who nods right away, and a moment later, reluctantly, Courtney follows suit. I guess. If that's possible. AI for good, not bad. It should be possible, in theory, right? Technically. Hopefully. Good. Any questions? I take a moment to look each in the eye, making sure we're all on the same page. Courtney raises a brow. How do we determine if someone is unsavable? Her voice cracks. We do our best. We're human and mistakes will happen, but generally, if they have no pulse, black tag them. If they're bleeding out or too injured to make it to the hospital, black tag them. Stargazer, hello. Triage is very mild on the spicy scale. Yes, it is. Yes. Quite well said. I'm sure we will be heating up to the spicy stuff. We gotta let the story take shape, you know, and then we'll probably get there. I mean, I haven't read it, so your guess is as good as mine. Even with her mocha complexion, she's visibly pale. If they're struggling, but it could be feasible for us to stabilize them and make it back to the ER, tag them red. Anything else gets yellow or green and isn't our top priority. Does that help? She quietly nods while looking down at her hands. I stand and approach the back doors, my pulse racing and energizing me. The ambulance pulls up to the scene, and we all look out the back windows at the horror displayed in front of us. There's a partially collapsed bridge, with cars crashed on what remains, but the biggest wreckage is under the bridge. Countless cars, 2 semi-trucks, a bus, all smashed into one another. Stunt Mama's mama going off and winning another race again. What do you think this is? A Grand Prix? Because it's not. It's a Grand Prix. All right, exclamation point play to enter the race. Cops are blocking and directing highway and bridge traffic the best they can. Firefighters are already addressing a few of the flaming vehicles, and we're the first ambulance on site. Don't go near the burning cars. Leave that to the firefighters, but be prepared to assist them if they can remove survivors. Stick to tagging people until otherwise directed, and if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. They all nod and stand. I hand each of them a bag of supplies as the ambulance parks close to the wreckage. My gaze immediately latches on to the upside-down bus, and I instinctively step toward the ambulance doors. My gut twists tightly, an urgency calling to me. Deja vu hits me with images of Hope's motionless body. Her lying limp in my arms, the glass on the asphalt cutting into the bare skin of my shins. It sounds awful. My chest tightens and caves, my shoulders scrunching near my ears as a cold numbness spreads to every part of me. Shaking my head, I desperately attempt to clear the images. I can't lose myself in them right now. Get it together. drying my damp hands against my pants as I roll my shoulders back, straightening my spine, and standing taller. I'm no longer helpless like I was that night. I can deal with those memories and emotions after this shift. If I'm going to save these people, I need a clear mind. I've mastered the art of compartmentalizing. I take a deep breath while forcing the thoughts and feelings back into their place deep inside of me. The place I don't allow myself to explore until I'm alone at home. Feeling in control again, I turn back to my team. Courtney and Lana, go left and start tagging people. Nate and Mateo, you go right. I'm heading down the middle to the flipped over bus. Remember, tag as many people as you can. More ambulances are on the way from other hospitals and we'll jump into action based on our tagging. Let's go. Move out. You just like knowing things? It's good to know things. I mean, I get it. Thomber, you get used to it. Get used to what? Knowing things? Because I mean that's a good thing to get used to. But I feel like you're talking about something else. The back doors creak as I shove them open and hop out. The smell of charred metal and burning plastic, along with the cries of people, pushes the last painful memories temporarily out of my mind. Thank you, Purple. Treating people as objects. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, no, that's... no. Not good. They'll come back. They always come back. But my mind clears for now, and I focus on the bus ahead of me. I sent them off in pairs, one experienced and one still learning. Lana and Courtney move from car to car, tagging them greens and yellows. Over to my right, Nate's jaw trembles as he places a black tag on the windshield of a smashed-up vehicle. I tag individuals along the way, but my focus remains on the bus. A physical, almost tangible weight in my chest is pulling me, urging me forward faster. Gonna be murdered by Fubar Alley? Okay. That makes sense. I place 2 yellow tags while planning the best course of action. Should I circle the bus and see if anyone was thrown from it? Or head straight for the door and check inside first? A gust of wind blows and my gaze snaps to an auburn hair dancing with the breeze. I'm 10 feet from the bus's entrance. My gut clenches, drawing me closer to the middle rear of the bus and the woman limply hanging out of the busted window. Blood trails down her motionless arm, and a growing wet spot mats her hair to her head. Please don't need a black tag. Mama House Gaming. Johnny! Officer Johnny! It's good to see you, sir. How the heck are you? Ayo. Welcome in, sir. Just started our new book this evening. We're starting page 16 in just a second. Whew, that's some hot tea. Note to self, the lower the liquid gets in the cup, the quicker everything warms up, and therefore the hotter it gets. Especially if you keep the lid on.
Honk, noise, 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 honk.
Yep, get it all out. Get it all out. Oh my wanted to wait before you started reading again? Well, at least you were polite about it. Oh, gosh. It's so silly. All right. Here we go. I reach up to check her pulse, my breath catching, but immediately let go when a weird jolt shoots through my body. Not an electric shock, something deeper in my body. A spark or buzz? I shake my head and recheck her pulse. Her skin's shockingly warm, and her pulse is strong. Huh. Pulse is strong with this one. Sorry, couldn't resist. I turn her wrist, examining her flayed and torn palms. There's no movement or reaction to my touch. Looking in through the busted window, my hand still wrapped around her wrist, I see people sprawled inside. Mateo, Nate, over here. I yell in their direction, straining my voice to be heard over all the ruckus surrounding us. The blaring sirens from more ambulances arrive, echoing throughout the night. Super! What's up, dude? Man, all the cool cats and kittens are coming in tonight. It's wonderful to see you. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens out there. This is the Bookfather, reading the story. Spit it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, you're gonna give him a sub after his comment? Thank you, Super. Thank you for letting Johnny stick around ad-free. Let's add one to the spinny wheel. And then let's spin to see if you win. I swear to Gord, somebody has to land on that thing. One of these days, somebody is gonna land on that wedge and they're gonna win $100. I have turbo, so I always get to see your face. Oh, he cheats the system. Got it. Thank you, Super. That was very kind. I was wearing your t-shirt last night when I checked out the emergency room here in town. Does math to see how many subs I need to do at one time to guarantee a win. Oh God, don't even. Yeah, so last night was a bit of a rough night. Yeah, I'm okay now. I wasn't able to get to sleep. My heart felt like it was palpitating left, right, and center. And I was having some chest pains, and I was just, something just didn't feel right. So I went in just to get checked over. I have like an abnormal EKG, but nothing for them to make me go, oh, you need to stay here. So I'm waiting to hear back about that, but otherwise it's fine. So yes. And I lost my place again. Gosh darn it. Oh yeah, ambulance is arriving, echo through the night. Got it. Mateo stops next to me, peeking through the window. Shit. Yeah. My voice comes out rougher than normal, and Mateo arches a brow at me. I swallow to clear my throat and reluctantly release her wrist while Nate tags a person thrown from the bus with a black tag. He jogs over, stopping next to Mateo. There are more people inside this bus. We need to assess them and move them out of the bus. This entire area isn't safe from the bridge. I nod toward the girl next to me. She has a strong pulse, but is bleeding out quickly. She needs to be removed and a tourniquet set. They nod and follow me to the front door. The backside is so crushed, it wouldn't be possible to open it with the jaws of life. Or without the jaws of life, excuse me. A wrenching screech follows as I pry the damaged doors open fully. I use the frame for support and hoist myself up inside. My feet thud and slide on the dented metal roof. Taking one tiny step after another, I grab onto random things to remain balanced while the bus wobbles with our movements. They're both on my heels, navigating the wreckage and stopping to tag people along the way. Most are being tagged black, but there are a few reds here and there. I'm traversing the carnage with a single-minded focus on that girl hanging from the window. I call out over my shoulder, my eyes locked on her. Can you both start lifting the red tags out of the bus while I continue to examine people? Oh, you got it. Nate answers, bending carefully to lift the legs of a man, while Mateo positions himself to raise the man's shoulders. Sorry, sir, this will probably hurt some, but we'll be as gentle as possible. It's fine, just do it. The man gurgles through clenched teeth. He grunts and moans on his way to the exit. The bus rocks and sways when they step off. This invisible pull to the woman gets stronger with every step. I need to help her, but I can't even get to her with everything in the way. I chuck items to the side, the broken seats and luggage making it an obstacle course to reach her. My chest squeezes tightly. I can't clear the path fast enough. I have to save her. My pulse races, my gut telling me she's running out of time. Mateo and Nate return to the bus, and I point toward the other side of the bus. There are 2 women tagged red over there. On it, Mateo says, and Nate murmurs reassuringly to them. I grab a metal frame as they step off, and the whole structure shifts. I make it to her and immediately jump into the examination. Her left foot is trapped under a large suitcase and a destroyed bench seat. I move the seat out of the way and twist back to scoot the heavy case to the side, revealing her injuries. My breath rushes out. Her ankle is at a 90-degree angle and a metal jar juts out of her upper right thigh. She's hanging limply over the window frame, the glass and metal cutting into her abdomen, chest, and arms. The creamy color of ribs is a sharp contrast to her olive complexion and the blood coating her skin. The bus rocks when the guys step back on. I'm going to need your help with this one. They follow the slightly cleared path I made. Her worst injuries are the head wound, a bar through her thigh, and open fractures with exposed bones at her ribs and ankle. We'll have to pull her in through the window to not disrupt the bar, then carry her out the door. Nate is super helpful, but scrawny, so I turn to Mateo. I'm pretty strong, but he looks like a linebacker and puts me to shame. I need you to go out and lift her upper body and feed it through the window to us. You got it. Lovely. Yeah, I know, right? Just such a wonderful day. Ooh, Amlas taking a win. Taking a win. Do-do-do-do. All right, how we doing on time? Okay, we're good. Let's get this race going. Join at your own will. He heads out of the bus to the other side. I gesture to Nate. I'm going to pull her back this way as he pushes her through. I need you to lift her midsection so she doesn't get more lacerations. Yup. Nate nods and positions himself, lifting his arms to hold and support her weight. My back goes rigid and my gut tightens at the thought of either of them touching her. What the hell? I can't do this by myself. I need their help. Get a grip. I sigh and move near her ankles, shaking out my hands just as Mateo appears through the open window. He steps up to her. Tell me when. Tension tightens my shoulders as I bend over. Okay, on the count of 3, we all lift. I'll pull. Mateo, you slowly push her through, and Nate, you help lift and guide. They both nod, and I swallow the thickness in my throat. 1, 2, 2.5. I'm just kidding. 3. I hold my breath, and we lift together. Mateo maneuvers her inch by inch through the window, Nate struggling but still managing to raise much of her upper body. Once most of her torso has cleared the frame, I move to help Nate support her body. I nod to Nate. Lift her legs, and we'll carry her out. Mind the exposed bones. We cautiously pick our way through the wreckage, ensuring we don't lose our footing on the metal roof. Stepping off into open space, Mateo's already pulling out the supplies and arranging them to address her wounds when we settle her on the ground next to him. Nate takes her pulse as Mateo examines her ribs. My stomach constricts, and an itchiness coats my skin. I don't like them touching her. It's stupid, especially given the situation and the fact that she's a complete stranger, but I can't shake it. You guys keep tagging people, and I'll stabilize her. They both nod and head off to assess more patients. Reaching up, I brush her hair from her face to examine the head wound, and pause. My hand halting as I take in her rosebud lips and a light dusting of freckles across her high cheekbones. I roll my eyes. Why am I freezing in the examination? Why am I focusing on things outside of her injuries? So, not the time or place. Can you imagine, like, hi, I couldn't help notice earlier how you were near death, but, you want to get coffee sometime? You want to play with my stethoscope? Nothing. Not even to the stethoscope comment? Nothing? Okay. I guess we're all heathens here. Look, I've heard there is such a thing with patients falling for their doctors. I forget what it's called. Yeah, there is a thing. But this is the opposite. This is the doctor, like, eyeing up the patient while she's laying there with her ribs sticking out. But still applies. Yeah, I guess it might. You have beautiful ribs. I just thought you should know. With a deep breath, I move her hair further out of the way. Her scalp is clotting well, but there's still a lump, and she probably has a concussion. Traumatic situation and all. Yes, very much. Her hands and thigh are still bleeding steadily, but her pulse is just as strong. Thombert with another win. Is it possible that Thombert is on his way to win the Grand Prix with only 2 races left? I guess we'll find out pretty darn soon. I will not GTFO. This is my stream. Gosh darn it, I lost my place again. While she looks beaten up, she's doing well. She's a bit warm to the touch, though, so fever's a possibility. I tag her red and move down to bind her ankle and swap a tourniquet above the bar protruding from her thigh. Now, children, I'm just going to take my ball home and you can't play with it. Fine. I want to play with your ball anyway. I call out to Courtney and Lana. Can you find me one more severe yellow tags? I can read, I swear. It's the process to only take one critical patient in an ambulance in case they code during transit. I'm taking her and one other back with me for treatment, and I need to prepare the ER for more arrivals. I should stay and help, but I can't pass her off to someone else. Something's wrong with her. My gut is hyper-focused on it, and I just can't leave her. I do also need to prep the ER. That wasn't a lie. A lot of these people will be taken there for care, and after getting a look at the damage, I have a better idea of how many beds and gurneys we're gonna need. Lana points to a guy 15 feet away. I think that one over there is the best yellow candidate. He's responsive, but his heart rate is increasing drastically, and he'll probably flip to red soon. Perfect. I'll grab the EMT and get them loaded. You four stay here until everyone's tagged and help stabilize others after that, if you can. Then grab a ride back with one of our ambulances. We need all the help we can get in the ER. I rake my fingers through my hair. And if you need me, call my cell. I will do. And I'll fill in the guys. Courtney answers with more confidence than I've seen in her this entire time. Maybe she's finally coming around. I look back at the beautifully broken woman lying in front of me and mentally make note of all her injuries. She has obvious ones like the open fractures, the bar in her leg, and then there's all the pieces of glass embedded in her skin. The flayed open hand, her head wound, her eyelashes, rosy lips, her auburn hair, her lean but curvy build. Wait, what? I shake my head. I only need to be focusing on her medical condition. What the hell is the matter with me tonight? Well, we may not know because that actually ends chapter 2. Good God, man. Get a grip. Seems to me like she put out some sort of, I don't know, for lack of a better word, some sort of like bat signal, some sort of, oh, I bet it's the, oh, what the heck did they call it in the glossary? The, I gotta look at it now. It's the whole mind manipulation thing, the mind control thing. What was that called? Glamour. The glamour. She's using glamour to make him pay attention to her. Yeah, she. You're good, kid. You're real good. All right. This is the last race, which is perfect timing because we don't have time for another chapter. So we ended the second chapter right on time. The last race is happening now. And while that's going on, I'm also going to look for someone for us to raid. Okay. This guy is definitely like wrapped around her persuasive little finger right now. I think the question that needs to be asked though is once the glamour wears off or stops or whatever the technical vampire term would be, will he stay enamored or will he kind of snap himself out of it? And then she'll just be like, oh my God, you're the one that saved me? I don't know. I don't know. And then there's, you know, his ex that only dated once. Is she going to be like, oh my God, I want to be with him? I missed my chance. No. That puzzle was the first one I've done in years, like since I was a kid. Well, the good news is, Shorty, that you can keep doing the puzzle. Just because the stream is ending does not mean the puzzle has to end. It is a web-based puzzle. So the link is actually going to stay active until I get prepared for the next stream, which won't be until Tuesday. So you can keep going. You can come back to it at your heart's content. I usually try to work on it after because everyone has left. Ah, see, Mama House Gaming's got tactics. It's too hard with everyone touching it. No. It's better when everyone touches it. We're still talking about the puzzle, right? Okay. Just checking. You can't with me? Well, not everybody's up for the task. I understand. I do know who we're going to raid, though. So, you know, at least there's that. Such a brat. Hey, now. We don't have to name call. Come on. I volunteer. Excuse me. Gosh darn it. I don't know why my throat is so froggy. It's very annoying. I volunteer at being up for the task. Shorty. Stop it. My cup of tea is up for the task, I'll tell you that much. It's delicious. This isn't Coldplay. Oh, that's funny. What kind of tea? So this is black tea, aka English breakfast, with milk and sugar. Because that's the way British people drink tea. Need some honey? Nah. I actually don't find honey changing, like, well, I can't say changing because it does change, but you know, now that I think about this out loud, I could give it a whirl sometime. I don't know about mixing it with the flavor of tea. I've tried it just with like warm water when I've had a sore throat and stuff, but I never really felt like it helped. If that makes sense. To help with your throat. Yeah, it's not hurting or scratchy, it's just froggy. Whatever that even means. Pinky up.
Did I tell you it was a wine kind of night? It's just been a weird day anyways.
It's always a wine kind of night. I can't lie. My name is Kermit the Frog. Shouting out some of my favorite people. You just saw Mama's House Gaming right there.
Just what I needed with no weapons.
There's Purple.
Ooh.
I have a shotgun.
Oh, the Fortnite gun.
I want to also make sure you get to see our good friend Johnny Boombutts. Johnny. Oh,
dude,
it's little Johnny.
What the fuck? Oh my fucking god.
Yep. OMG, man. Ooh, look who won the final race. And one more. Cannot forget. Angelic. Because I want to, that's why.
Where's the entity? Ah, fucker.
Ah.
Oh, shit. God damn it.
Hey, leave her
Wow.
alone. Leave her, no. Come here. Leave her.
Such a potty mouth. Why is my mouse being weird? I can't even see the... Where are the... Oh, that's because it's on there. Mama House Gaming took 3rd place. I love it when the streamer does all the mods work. Hey. I know you're being sarcastic right now. Thombert taking 2nd. I could have swore you were going to get 1st place. Seriously. Me? Sarcastic? Surely you jest. I really thought Thombert was going to take 1st, so if Thombert didn't take 1st, who did? Stunt Mama's mama. See, I didn't even make it on the podium this time. And that's the way it should be. Congratulations to our finalists. Mama's House Gaming, Thombert, and Stunt Mama's Mama. How? Well, let's find out. You had 641 points to Thombert's 573, but Thombert and Mama's House Gaming, you guys are only 9 points apart. So that was super close. But how did you get that many points? That's what I don't understand. Like, huh? I don't actually understand how the points work in this game. I just know if you win, you get more. If you get second, you know, it's like it just drops a little. But like Thombert won 5 times. You won twice. But there must have been enough seconds or thirds or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just work here, okay? Don't ask me questions. Yeah, see? Mama House Gaming gets it. And we have an ad running, of course we do. Stupid freaking ads. Okay. All right, well, we'll figure out the raid once the ads are done. And I'm going to give you 2 options. Dose options. In fact, I'm going to put up a quick poll. It's just going to be a quick 1-minute poll. All right. Do me a favor and vote to where you want the stream to go. Okay? Vote, vote, vote. Watch you guys tie it. Well, maybe not. Oh, maybe. It's looking, it's... Mendez, what's up? How are you? And now it's tied. Angelic, you sassy little... Hello and goodbye. Yeah, sorry. Just at the wrong time. Okay, you guys are turds. You know that? You tied the poll. You had one job. One frickin' job. Let me see what Aranelle is actually reading. I just know what category she's in at the moment, but I don't know. Okay, she's reading Persuasion by Jane Austen. So it's either Bigfoot that Fubar is playing, or going with the classics of Jane Austen. Oh, and she's actually on cam this time. She's usually not on cam. And oh my god. There's ads playing right now, but I can see the book that she's holding for this. It's massive. It is huge. That's what she said. Don't shit on turrets, it's counterproductive. That's fair. This book she has is frickin' Oh my god. Anyway, So yeah, I guess it's you know what? Fubar was actually in here. Even though Aranel's in the same category as us right now with the writing and reading, Fubar actually shows up when he can, says hello, he lurks. So I think that kind of decides for us, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. Copy this raid message. As I said before, we'll be back on Tuesday to continue with our current read. See where things go. Get in another couple of chapters, I assume, based on the length of the first two. And then Thursday we'll be, well, we'll be playing something. Not sure what yet, but we'll be playing it. Okay. The raid is ready. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. It was a wonderful time getting to read to you. I'm enjoying the new book so far. I hope you are as well. And yeah, tomorrow, Monday, if that is the first work day for you of the week, I hope it's a good one. Do your best to start off on the right foot and just take it in. Just take Monday and say, you know what? You're my bitch. Or you don't have to say that exactly, but you know what I mean. All right. I'm going to go. Thank you for being here. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And have an amazing night.